Hi everyone, welcome back. So today I'm doing a tutorial and review on the new Morphe and Coca-Cola collection. So I'm so excited about this video and let's just get started. So I've got the eyeshadow palette from the collection and I also have the brush set here. And I'm just going to show you what they look like. Like, you might have already seen them already on Morphe's Instagram or even Trendmood Instagram. But this is the palette right here. Like, I just love the design of this. And that's the shades inside there. So it is an 18 shade eyeshadow palette. There's some mattes in it, there's metallic shimmers, and there's also some pressed pigments in it. And we also get a nice big mirror up the top here, which is great. And then this is the brush collection here. So it comes in this little sleeve like so. And you get this little kind of pencil case idea which says Coca-Cola on it, and these are the brushes inside. So there are 7 in the set, so that's them right there, and I love the design of these. Like, I really do love them. So let me just show you. On the handle here it says Coca Cola X Morphe, which I think is so nice, and I love the design of them because they look kind of like the classic glass Coca-Cola bottle. Yeah, because it kind of goes thin here and then a little bit fatter here, which is really cool. So I really do like the design of these. So we get a little highlighting fan brush as well, and the rest are all eye brushes. Yeah, I really love the eye brushes. Actually, they're very soft, like really soft. I really love Morphe brushes in general. Actually, they're really good brushes. And there's a few little kind of smaller brushes in the collection, like these 2 little ones here, which I've actually been after, like smaller brushes like this for my eyes because I do have kind of smaller lids and things. So really loving this set. I think it's gorgeous. So I'll insert some swatches of the eyeshadows. But like, this is a really lovely eyeshadow palette. Like, the shades in here are so pigmented, like really pigmented. The blend's lovely, like they're not like patchy or anything on the eyes. There's a good mix of the shades in there. You can get some really nice kind of day looks using like the kind of lighter browny shades here and some darker shades if you want to really smoke out the eye look. And there's some pops of colours like the reds in here, this blue, and this gorgeous silvery shade that I've actually used on my lid today. So as you can see, there's a couple of glitter shadows in here, and they're kind of like pressed glitters, so like they pick up really lovely like so, but when you blend them out, you know, onto the hand, like if you were to do this, say, they can be a little bit sparse and you can kind of see through it, sort of thing. I don't know if you can see that there on camera. It's not a gorgeous shade. It's really easy to apply to the eyes though. This is what I've used here. And the red shade here again picks up lovely, like the red glitter. And when you apply that to the hand, you know, it has got little spaces between it there, so it is actually more like a topper. So like, apply a shade underneath and then apply that on top, and then it'll be really lovely and pigmented. That's just 2 of the shades there that I wanted to mention. Everything else is gorgeous. They're all kind of mattes and kind of metallic shades, all lovely and everything. This shade here as well is a little bit like a kind of holographic duochrome. So when you sort of apply that to the hand, you can see that it has like a reflex to it, like it's like a pink and purple and green reflex, which is really nice as well. So that's like a holographic duochrome shade, should I say. But yeah, so there is a few different finishes in this palette. So there's like glitters, there's some duochromes, or like at least 1 duochrome, 2 duochromes, sorry. The one as well here that I've used from in a corner is a little bit of a duochrome as well, if you can see that kind of reflex green and gold. But yeah, so there's duochromes, glitters, pressed pigments, mattes and metallic shades in the palette. So yeah, overall I think it's a gorgeous collection. Everything performs really well and you'll see that in the tutorial. So if you would like to see how I got this eye look, then let's just go ahead and we'll get started. So I'm just going to apply my MAC Painterly Paint Pot to my eyes. This is a primer. I like to use this before I apply my eyeshadows. I don't set this down because I feel like the eyeshadows go on better when you just leave it the way it is. So yeah, I'm going to go in with the palette. So again, this is what the palette looks like, and that's the shades inside. So we have 18 shades in here to play with. So I'm trying to think what type of eye look to go with, so I'm going to use like the mattes and the shimmers in here, also those kind of glittery shades. Obviously I'm going to use the brushes for this look. Like, I just love the style of these brushes. Like, the handle bit on it is really cool, the way it's kind of like shaped. I feel like it looks like the traditional glass Coke bottles. I'm going to start by applying this shade right here, which is called The Real Thing. I'm just going to apply that right into my crease, so slightly higher than my crease, kind of like my transitional shade. Okay, so I'm going to begin with a smaller blending brush. The first one I used was the biggest blending brush. It was quite a puffy one. So this one's a little bit smaller, a little bit tapered. And I'm going to take this shade right here, which is called In the Fields, and I'm going to just start deepening up my crease. Okay, so now with this smaller brush here, it's a bit more of a precision brush. It's one that you can be a little bit more precise with. I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Good and Red, and I'm going to just apply that more precisely into my crease, just to get a little bit of red colour going on. I'm picking up a little bit of the brown shade that we used there, just this one. Just going to apply that slightly on top just to tone down the red. I'm going to take the shade Refreshing, which is this dark brown shade here. I'm just going to apply that to my outer corner, just so that I can get a really dark and dramatic edge to my eye look. So I'm just using a little kind of shader brush here, just to pack it onto the outer corner. Very pigmented shades, like so pigmented, it's amazing. And then just taking the smaller blending brush and just making sure it blends nicely into the crease. So I know it probably looks really messy right now, but once the tape comes off it'll be nice and sharp, and you'll see like the gradient effect of the shadows. Okay, so far the eyeshadows are really pigmented. Like, as you can see when I was applying them, you know, I was just tapping very lightly into the pan and I was getting a lot of colour payoff, which is amazing. So yeah, there's not much fallout either, which is really good, so I'm liking that. Now what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to use the silvery shade. Like, I don't know if this highlight is going to turn out well, but I just really wanted to test the shadows obviously for you. So far it's looking really good, like the shadows are performing really well. So I'm going to go in with this kind of glittery shade now here, the silver one. I'm going to apply that all over my lids, and then I will go back in and tidy up around it obviously. What I'm going to do is take the MAC Painterly Paint Pot again, and I'm just going to carve out my lid space so it's nice and precise. So okay, so I've slightly cut out my lid space, and then I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is called Open Up, and I'm going to apply that on top, because I'm then going to go on top of that again with the glittery shade here. And this glittery shade is, it's quite like really pigmented like that, but when you sort of like apply it to the hand, or like blend it should I say, there's like little spaces between it. So by applying that other shade underneath, I think that'll give it something to kind of fall back on, you know what I mean? This is quite a big brush, this one here, this kind of flat one that I'm using. I would like it to be a little bit smaller actually for my lids specifically, because my lids are not that big, but I'll make it work. Okay, so I'm now going to go in with the glittery shade. I'm going to go in with the little small brush to apply this to my lid, I think. Yeah, it's a little bit better. I can be a little bit more precise with my application. So just watch when you're applying this. I'm just using a little small brush just now, because it is like a pressed glitter, so when you apply it, the little glittery bits are quite loose. So just watch you don't get them in your eye. Like I'll probably end up getting them in mine. I'm now just going to tidy up the outer corner, so I'm going to go back in with this dark shade right here and just apply a little bit more just to the outer corner here. And then I'm going to take this brown shade here again and I'm just going to apply that right here. And now what I think I'm going to do is take a little bit of this red shade here that we use for inner crease. I'm going to pick up a little bit of that on this blending brush. I'm just going to pack that over the top of that as well. Then I'm going to take this shade again and I'm just going to pack that just where the glitter meets, you know, the browny red shade. I'm now just going to do a wing liner, so I'm going to use a Huda Beauty Life liner. Okay, so I've applied the rest of my makeup and I'm just going to finish off my eyes. So I'm going to take a little bit of this shade right here and I'm just going to apply that to my inner corner. Okay, so this is the completed eye look and I think this is a really nice eye look. I didn't think I was actually going to get this type of eye look with this palette, but I'm actually really liking it. Like, I thought I was going to go with more of the reddy shades in the palette. Obviously I've got a little bit of red, you know, in the crease and things like that there, but I'm actually really liking this eye look. I think it's really nice. I just love the glittery shade. Like, I love how it just catches the light and sparkles. Like, so pretty. The shadows in this palette are amazing. They are very pigmented. Like, I'm so impressed with the shades in here. Like, yeah, very pigmented palette, blend lovely, very effortless to blend. Yeah, really liking this palette. So yeah, that is it for this little review and tutorial. I really hope you liked and enjoyed this video. If you really enjoyed the video, then please give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll speak to you very soon in my next video. Bye!